Hey, this is Jen. I hope everybody's good. I'm here with an energy update for the collective and the twin flames. Thank you for being here. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not new. And I hope you enjoyed this video. We have been through a lot in the past few days, so much so that it's almost impossible to describe and explain what has been going on. But to make a long story short, we've been clearing, as we always do. But we've been clearing very important layers of our beings. We've been clearing really deep-rooted wounds, traumas, and pretty much every situation, or not every, but a lot of situations that have created pain in ourselves. And that goes for everyone. That goes for the twin flames. So if at this point you're feeling heavy, you're feeling borderline depressed, with no motivation, with no desire to do anything fun, that's what it is. It's that clearing phase. And at this time, our hearts are being cracked open once more to open even further, to be able to receive and give a different kind of love, a higher kind of love, or a divine kind of love, but really a more, I want to say a more loving love, but that does not make sense, but a more compassionate love, a kind of love that is unconditional. And that's what we've been working for such a long time. And you may be seeing those changes already. And in a few days from now, we will be having a new moon that will rock our world. Oh, and by the way, I invite you to follow me on social media. I do post really quick energy updates as I feel them coming. And I'm not always able to record a video to post on YouTube, so sometimes I will use Facebook or Instagram to make these quick updates. The new moon energies started showing up about Monday. They always start a few days before the actual astrological event, and there are a bunch of other astrological events going on at this time. But you may be feeling that change that is starting to show up in our lives. That change of what some people may feel or will feel as a complete 180 shift in their lives. For those who have been doing solid work and a lot of clearing, a lot of changes are about to happen. We are on top of expanding our heart chakras, physical heart even. We are expanding our crown chakra in the 2 and even 3 chakras, including the root, are trying to align together even more and synchronize together. A lot of people who have been spiritual or practicing self-awareness or into spirituality still had some synchronization problem or challenges. I'd rather use the word challenge. And we are now in that phase. All these 3 chakras are trying to align and synchronize to work in harmony together and create this energy of new earth, new love, higher consciousness, expansion. And you may feel this already. And it always starts with something being released. So if you're not feeling this, perhaps you're going to feel it very shortly. Perhaps you're in the phase of releasing and cleansing, and that's painful. That's always painful. When we have to let those energies move through our body, in our minds, in our hearts, It's never easy. So in the past few days or few weeks, you may have found yourself reliving or thinking about old situations, and sometimes really random situations that came up to your awareness to be released. And whenever that happens, best thing to do is just to get out of the way and to let it happen, because as soon as we start resisting, we are blocking our own selves from powerful healing. And I know it's not easy to do, and it's disturbing at times, because we find ourselves thinking, what am I thinking about this? Why is this showing up? Just remember that as soon as we start a sentence or we start a statement by why, or what feels or may feel like complaining, this is coming from our ego. And it will always happen. So as soon as we feel that coming in, if we're able to just put it aside and just surrender and stay connected and grounded, we'll be able to release a lot more easily, effectively, and quicker. I know it's not that easy. It's much easier to say than to do, but really that's how we work. That's how it works. And whenever that happens, those situations that are coming back to mind or to your memory or as a vision or as a feeling, try to see what was attached to it. What kind of emotion was attached to it? That's what you're clearing, and that's what you're working on. So being aware of what you're working on will make it even more efficient and effective, and more rapidly too. That's how we become masters at ourselves. That's what higher consciousness is. And that's what being aligned is being able to recognize these tapes, these songs, these patterns playing inside of ourselves, our mind, our heart, our body. And trust your body. Always, always trust your body. Your body is intelligent. Your body knows. Your body know exactly what it needs, and it's directly linked to your intuition, and it knows what to do. It's our mind, our ego, that is often trying to put a block, stop us, or try to make us resist. Always because of fears. So again, fear is a big theme for this new moon, about releasing any and all fears at the root cause in our lives. Why so? To manifest what we truly want. So you may have found yourself being afraid lately, or feeling afraid, or feeling anxious, or feeling uneasy, and being unable to see clearly what steps you needed to take to let that go. When that happens, again, the only thing to do is to surrender and to shower the situation and yourself with love, to fall in love with it. And that may sound weird, but really, this is the only antidote or medication to healing, is love. More love. Even more love than you thought you were able to give. It is really about falling in love with a situation. And now, I know you'll find yourself saying, or you may find yourself saying, how can I fall in love with it if I'm so angry? How can I fall in love with it if I'm so afraid? Surrender. Accept, surrender, give love. And if you don't know how to give love, or to infuse a situation with love, to infuse a vision with love, to make it happen, to love yourself even more, try to find an anchor to take you there. The anchor can be a vision of something that you love or someone that you love, and trying to make yourself feel that feeling of love. It could be an affirmation. It could be repeating a word. It could be seeing golden light or pink light or green light onto a situation or within yourself. It's about helping your nervous system shift and let go of that layer of tissue that is blocking your nervous system from expanding even higher or deeper. So whatever works for you when it comes to falling in love with it. And it's not about being in denial. It's not about cognitive dissonance. It's about being aware that you have that negative energy or that darker energy in you, your shadow side, and transforming it through alchemy into light. It's always the same process. It's just that, just like in the video game, every level is different. Every challenge is different. And we don't know how long it's going to take. We don't know how many tries we're going to have to make to succeed. What matters is never giving up and always going forward and faster. If you haven't read the book Thinking Fast and Slow, really good read about the intelligence of the body, the intuition, and how our mind works. Not the kind of book that you can read from cover to end, from cover to cover in one sitting. Pretty intense book with a lot of knowledge, but taking some part of the knowledge that you resonate with at this time really helps understanding how we work from psychological point of view. And to me, and to a lot of people that are into spirituality, light workers, whatever label you use, it's all about integrating all these systems all together. It's about integrating the more grounded approach of this is how the brain works with the energies. There's energy to everything. Life is energy and about energy. Without energy, nothing exists. What makes a plant grow? What makes a fetus turn into a real human being? It's energy. All those chemical processes happening in the body are fueled by energy. And what is energy? It's dark and light, therefore love. Therefore, an alchemical process of starting from pretty much nothing and transforming with energy and love. And when we understand that everything in life, when infused with love, manifests stronger, faster, and more effectively, and when we integrate those systems and those processes into our lives, behaviors, thoughts, and visions, we become powerful human beings and manifestors. And that's who we are at the core of our existence. That's why we're here, to understand all these programs and systems and to master them from the heart, not the mind. So whenever you feel yourself stuck, best thing to do is to leave it and surrender. Go do something else. Detach yourself from the situation. Put some distance between you and the situation. Go do something else and come back to it later. You're going to see it differently, from a different perception and perspective, and it's going to be easier to navigate through. At this point, physical symptoms are really high. Sleeping patterns, again, a lot of dreams happening, a lot of education even during our dreams, understanding things, processing things that we're not able to process during our waking hours. A lot of physical pain too. Pressure in the chest, in the back, in the head too. Headaches. Again, with the skin, we are clearing so much underlying patterns that we could not access before, that the body is really working overtime these days. So it's really important to take it slow, take it easy, follow what your body needs, Follow what it is asking you to do. Drink more water, not alcohol. Drink more water or whatever your liquid of choice is. Stay hydrated, relax, meditate more, love more, stay grounded. It's not a time to go all crazy about things. And we are at the beginning of a really huge shift that will take a few months to be completed or to manifest completely. And it is a turning point, 180-degree shift for a lot of people, and including the twin flames, the divine masculine. So if you have been feeling borderline depressed and borderline, what the hell is happening to me? Why am I feeling all messed up? That is most probably coming from your twin flame connection, because the divine masculine is clearing so much. Some of them are not aware what they are clearing. They're just feeling that change. Some of them are in the state of, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this life. This is not me. So notice the words that you have internally. Notice your internal dialogue. And that's a really good indication of what's going on in your twin flame connection. Especially if you find yourself feeling that, but this is not me. I don't understand. Try to look further or deeper. It is most probably coming from your twin flame connection. It is coming from somewhere. And if you are a true twin flame, that connection is real. And both twins feel each other all the time. Some people are more sensitive than others, though. And some people are more deeply affected by this than others. And wherever you are, it's your job as a human being to be responsible for that energy and to keep working on it and to keep shifting it. And if you are what feels like the end of your rope with your connection, I encourage you to hang on, to go deeper into embodying that higher love. That's the only way to shift things in the long run perspective, in the bigger picture perspective. Some divine masculine are going through major tower moments, and it's hard for them to understand what is happening. It's hard for them to realize what is happening and how to go about it. So if you truly want to be part of this connection, alchemy through love is the key. The divine masculine are also receiving a lot of downloads and education on spirituality. Some of them are doing this on their own, trying to find answers, trying to find meaning to their lives, meaning to what happened to them in regards to their karmic situations, lessons, and they're searching and they're serious about solving this and moving on to the next level. So really, more love is an answer to a lot of challenges these days. More love, always more love. Deeper love, always deeper love. Other than that, the new moon coming up in a few days, like I said, huge shift, huge 180-degree shift happening. So hang in there with all those physical symptoms that are happening, with all those things that are annoying. Don't give in to the fears. Really high period of fear coming as a test to test you, test your faith, test your trust in yourself, your confidence in yourself, the trust in the universe, and the trust in what you want to manifest. How bad do you want this? How bad do you want something? This is like what feels like the final test before going into something completely different. Just like an athlete prepping for a huge competition. They constantly push themselves further and further and further into their trainings, into their alignment within, into their mindset to manifest the highest probabilities for them. And when you ask yourself, how bad do I want this? It should start an internal chain of synchronicities or chain of processes to motivate you into the right direction. How bad do I want this? And see how you feel. See how it resonates within. And follow that bliss, follow that energy, follow that motivation. We can always go further and deeper than we really think we can. We can always push ourselves further and deeper. This is it. We are in that phase of eyes on the prize. Let's stay focused. And if we look back at my past videos or any other videos that you relate with, put all of these messages together, make one sentence, one image, one puzzle, and that's where we are. So it's like the end results. We are integrating all these parts into one, all together, into our new reality. And if you're a highly sensitive person, trust me, I know how you feel because I am one. And you're probably exhausted at this point. Exhausted, and you're probably from 1 minute to another feeling very different energies or emotions. Just let them go and surrender. Focus on your alignment, root chakra, heart chakra, crown chakra. And anything above too, if you feel those chakras, if you're open to that concept. If not, just focus on that balance within, masculine, feminine. That balance within of, I feel confident, I feel worthy, I feel ready to give and to receive higher love, to give and to receive higher consciousness, to give and to receive higher manifestations. I'm ready. Call it in to your lives. It's the best place to do it. That's where we are energetically. And we are totally supported into understanding these things and really questioning what we don't understand, being curious about it, and going to find that knowledge to integrate it into our spiritual being, physical being, and energetic being. A lot of these systems are trying to synchronize, like I was saying, synchronize all at once to make a whole, to make a unit of harmony. What I'm seeing is like a bubble of harmony, like a huge bubble of everything being united into the oneness energy and united into harmony and working so effectively together and so closely together, in every part doing their job, and something very smooth and something that flows. That's what the new moon is bringing to us. We need to allow it in our lives. We need to get out of the way and allow ourselves to receive these energies, to understand them through our senses, to understand that we are more sensitive than we were a few months ago or a few years ago. Very sensitive. Very, very, very sensitive. We see things totally differently. And some people will just rationalize this with their minds, thinking, oh yeah, but it's because of this and it's because of that. But no, it's not. It always starts with energy somewhere, with spirituality, until it works itself into the physical reality. And we are extremely, extremely sensitive. And just look at how you were a few months back or a few years ago. And if you are in that phase of feeling, I'm exhausted, I don't know if I can hold on, I don't know, I want to give up. If you're on Facebook or any social media, you probably saw that digger that is digging for gold or a diamond, and he's giving up and he's like 1 inch away from finding the biggest diamond. That's where we are. Don't give up. Don't make the mistake of listening to your ego, of listening to anything outside of yourself that is not aligned with your truth. Stay within, stay aligned with what feels right inside of you. That's how you're going to make it through this shift. And rest. Rest a lot. A whole lot. I was talking about the sleeping patterns, but a lot of sleeping patterns have been disturbed because we receive so much energy at night. But for some people, or even for the same people, one day you may be sleeping very horribly, and then the next day so deeply that you wake up and you're like, whoa, it feels like I've been sleeping for 2 years. And that's okay. That's how it is. It's going to settle down. It's going to calm down. We just need to accept it and surrender to that. And maybe you find other ways during the day to recoup if you feel so tired. Connect to yourself more, breathe more, pay attention to your breathing, to your heartbeat, to your thoughts. Focus on the silence. Focus on the silence between your thoughts, on the gap between your thoughts. That's where we need to connect and stay connected, because the universe doesn't like empty spaces. And those empty spaces are about to be filled with something very magical and something beautiful. And if we clutter these spaces with something that we don't want, guess what's going to happen? We're going to manifest just that. So if we keep these spaces clear and clean and just infuse them with love, guess what we're going to manifest? More love. And I know it's not always easy when we're busy at work, and I work too. Like during the day, I do have a day job. So I know it's not easy sometimes. So that's why having anchors or having tools to bring us back into a neutral space, into our centers. Some people will use words. Some people will use a physical sign, a hand mudra, a mantra. It really depends on how you work. Nobody can tell you what is going to work for you. You need to find it for yourself. And it may change from day to day as well. On some days, your anchor may be different than the next or the day before, and that's fine. That's the beauty of life, and ongoing flow of changes happening at all moments of the day. If I go back to the divine masculine, it's really a time to support the twin flames, not complain, not give into fears, and really focus on that higher perspective, on that higher spiritual calling that you have. That's the only way you're going to be able to bring it into your life and to manifest it. And for some, it may be the most difficult thing you've ever been through. I invite you to just take a look back at where you came from. Look how much you have cleared. Try to remember how you felt a few months ago or a few years ago. At the beginning of your connection, for example, or halfway through. And look how much work has been done and completed. Instead of seeing, oh my God, there's that much that we still need to do or clear. Don't look forward, but look at it with a positive perspective. If you can't because you feel anxious or you feel fears coming up, look back. Look back, look the other way, and notice how much you've changed and everything that you have accomplished. Connect yourself to that energy and take it forward with you. Take it, Don't give in to the fears. Do not let your ego screw this up for you, or do not let your ego filter everything that is good or positive that you may be forgetting at this time. Patience, compassion, more love, more higher love. Really. Let's focus on that, and you will see the changes that will show up. Other than that, that's it. So if you would like to get in touch with me, you can do so using my email at indigogirl555@gmail.com, on Facebook, Indigo Girls Readings, on Instagram, indigogirl555. Thank you so much for being here. Happy new moon to everyone. Happy manifestation for that matter. And until the next time, be well.